All right. Try to get this all squared away. It says we are live, so mm. So mic check. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is happening, everybody? Let me go to the chat box and got to figure out once again why in the world the chat box for some reason doesn't want to work right. So there's those. Alrighty. Make sure that it's up good. There we go. Maybe I don't have it going fast enough. Let me check that. And I've got to always show messages. Let's show them clean. Maybe need to go faster. Faster. Harder. So what is going on, people? So what is going on? So, let me take a swallow of the old Kentucky. Mm. What's up? Just waiting for a few more people to come into the chat. Go ahead and type in, you guys, where you guys are at. Remember, we're on the gentleman's agreement here. So type in one of your favorite cities, or type in what you're playing. Over the weekend, what did you play? I'm going to type in what I played. Let's see here. And there we go. So I played Mass Effect 2 and Control. So as you all can see there, that's Mass Effect 2 on the screen. That is at 1080p high graphics settings, as you can see right there with mods. So shout out to the PC community for helping set that up. That is modded with controller support, not with mouse and keyboard. So again, if you want to play Mass Effect and you want to play with the gamepad, hit up the PC community. They'll have to do some tricks, and but they're generally they're good dudes. They a little bit moist, so yeah, they are a little bit moist around. Sometimes they're not Duncan Hines moist. I mean, there are some moist people in the PC community, but find some good ones. If you have any questions, let me know. I can try to hook you up with some, get you on the right path. Also, big shout out to Pablo the Third. I believe he went out and he bought that 2700X that was on Amazon. I think it was $169.99. Again, it's 8 cores, 16 thread processor. So shout out to Pablo the Third. He is in. I believe he's installing it right now. Let's see. Let me send him a message to see um, how it's going. So, alrighty. So he's having he was just asking about the CPU. If when you're installing a CPU, which is possible, okay. Sometimes it feels like you're not getting good when you're putting the CPU. When you're putting the fan on, your CPU locks in. That's pretty simple. You've done that when you were playing Legos. You've done the exact same technique. But when you put your cooler on, sometimes the screws do not feel like they're dropping down. But that's because the some of the Spire coolers, some of the things they've got a something behind it. You may have to move it in and then get it flush on there. So what's up, Pablo the Third? Did you get it on there, brother? So did it sync? So if it did, you gotta put it in Discord, put a picture of it. So what is going on? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, who is this?
So you mean say we have to wait 7 months September for PS5 news at TGS?
No, you just got PS5 news 6 weeks ago at CES. That's what everybody seems to forget. So you just got a lot of information dropped. You got a lot of confirmed information dropped. So so who's moist? So who's more moist? Wilder fangirls, Beyonce, Bombast. Well, I mean, again, Wilder. Yeah, real quick about that fight. Wilder is you all's version of Mike Tyson. Deontay Wilder's entire style is just like Mike Tyson's, and Mike Tyson is a puncher. He was not a boxer. Mike Tyson did not have good footwork, and he would just go out there and just knock the living crap out of people. So, and that's what Wilder was doing. But Fury is a better boxer. He's got better foot movement. He's got better head movement. He's a true boxer. The sweet science, that's why they call it the sweet science. So but yeah, shout out to for the super chat, the $5 holler. I do appreciate it. There. So yeah, just remember, guys. Yeah, the super chat button is available. And actually, we're $12 away from me being able to get the money out of the super chat. So anybody wants to donate 10 to 12 bucks, there you go. You can hit that button. I do appreciate it. But as far as official news, the only thing that's official about the TGS, yeah, they're gonna have PS5 news there. But I'll talk about that shortly. So yeah. Wilder, impatient fire. Yeah, Wilder cannot box. I mean but that's fine. I mean, he's a puncher, and punchers are not boxers. They're punchers. Okay, so there's a different science to what Wilder does, and very few heavyweights have the skill set that Fury has. Very few. So it's going to take. I think Fury didn't he beat one of the Klitschko brothers or something like that? But look. Fury's the better boxer. Not hats off to him. He's the champ. I don't know if there's going to be I don't know if there's a mandatory rematch because a lot of the times with championship fights they don't even jump off unless there's a mandatory reset or rematch. So have to wait and see if there's going to be a Tyson, if there's going to be a Fury Wilder 3 by the end of the year. That nobody wants to see a third fight. I agree. I don't want to see a third fight. E1 Matador, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on, Alabama Jones? Roll Tide. Yeah, Tyson's a better boxer. It's no disrespect to Wilder. Okay? There is no disrespect to Wilder. Yeah, Tyson is what, 6'8" and can move like that? That is scary. It's gonna be a while before he loses that belt. And Wilder, I don't think can beat him. The skill set that Wilder has to deploy, he's gonna have to outbox him, and he can't do that. So Wilder had a rematch clause. All right, very well. That's fine. I mean, I wasn't for sure. I hadn't heard anything about it. I've been following the politics and stuff like that. But I prefer boxing. If it makes any difference, those guys got that purse those two guys got last night will be bigger than any UFC guy ever gets. So Mike Tyson is a better boxer. No, Mike Tyson was not a good boxer. He was a great puncher. So he was a great puncher. So, but yeah, you all type in what games you all were playing. That's what we were doing earlier. I've been playing Control and Mass Effect 2, as you all can see. So, yeah, I was controlling Mass Effect 2 for me. Somebody was playing No Man's Sky in VR. There you go. I saw another game out here. Yakuza 0 is a great game. Yeah, now, okay, now, do I need to play Yakuza 0, then Yakuza Kiwami, Is that what I have to do, or do I have to play Kwame then Zero? Which one do I do first? You know. So, mm. And so again, but Mike Tyson's not a good boxer. He was not. He was never a good boxer. He didn't have good footwork. So saw some tongue in somebody's neck with blood. Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, Black 044 is playing God of War and Sekiro. Those are two great games. So, see, great saying that the second fight was fishy. Well, I mean, again, you don't go in fighting the same kind of fight. So I give Wilder credit for that. So Mike Tyson had head movement. It wasn't great head movement, though, because he had good footwork. Your footwork is directly attached to the way you're going to move your head. And remember, boxing, in order to step up, you have to step to the side. In order to step back, you have to kind of step diagonal. You know, it's a science to it. That's why it's called the sweet science. That's what makes what Floyd Mayweather's doing so impressive. Because he's, what, like 50 years old, and he's still beating people up, you know, by using basic boxing techniques. So yeah, E1 man. And again, you all hit that like button, share this on out if you don't mind. And of course, the super chat is available. I do appreciate that. So playing Fallen Order, yeah, great game, Fallen Order. I thoroughly enjoyed the Fallen Order. Great game. No spoilers for that gentleman there, for Jay Swoles. Great game, thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't like some of the puzzles. I had to go ahead and get my cheat on, and I've admitted it. So, any update with the Sony acquisition? No, not yet. Not yet. They're looking to, you got to remember, if they start a brand new studio from scratch, they will say that's an acquisition. So, Yujiro, come on now. So now, of course, my tongue can get a little bit loose on that, depending on what happens in the with the super chat. So E1 Matador is playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Alrighty. Where the hell is Ghost of Tsushima? I'll step out on a limb here and say you will probably get a huge info dump on Ghost of Tsushima at the Tokyo Gaming Show, since the game is set in Japan. I believe the game is set in Japan. Or is it Japan or is it China? I can't remember which one it is. So, J-Dog, what's happening? So, so Pablo, did you get it working? Did that advice help you any at all? And again, I'm jealous because the CPU that you have, that's the one I wanted. I actually, on Prime Day, I put that in my cart, but I didn't pull the trigger on. I'm like, I'm going to put it in my cart, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to buy it. And what happened was I got home to purchase it, and they took it out of my cart. It was like I went to the grocery store, or you go to the store, you push your cart, and you leave your cart, you come back, and everything's gone. That's what it was like. Oh, I got robbed on Prime Day. So it's in Japan. Okay, well then, very good chance you get a Ghost of Tsushima release date at TGS. So, so So, do I think there's going to be a part 3 of the guys' final bout? The fight? Well, somebody in the chat, I think it was somebody in the chat said Wilder has a mandatory rematch. I mean, because it was a championship fight, so a lot of the times they will put a mandatory rematch in. So, but hit that like button, people, and as I said before, get your super chat up, hit the likes up. Well, yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. Tokyo Gaming Show, I believe, is in September. Now, remember, I'm the one who sat here and told you that there would not be any hard information on the PS5 until when? After May. Because, again, they've got, they still got that Avengers game coming out in August, and they have the marketing rights to that game. So they are going to push that game. Okay, so so you're gonna buy a monitor. All right, well, I heard that. I heard that. I'm looking at monitors too as well. Now, if you look at monitors, you can get some on Amazon and you can buy it in installment payments. So, true story. They're about $67 a month. They just take the payment out once per month. The first payment is a little bit more. Well, no, this has nothing to do with White Zaddy. Okay. ESPN said he has a rematch clause. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, most heavyweight bouts do. I didn't know if that one was different. So, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to I want to say Scumcast, I believe, and hopefully everything sounds good because you think Wilder threw the fight. All right, well, that's a hell of an accusation right there. He didn't look like it in the press conference. I mean, he's got a busted eardrum, so it's going to take it's going to take time for that to heal. but but yeah, it's yeah. Shout out to and I think they had some shout because Luca was saying that they were having some issues with Discord with the sound dropping out, stuff like that. I haven't been able to listen to the podcast, but but at the end of the day, um, you all go check that podcast out. So because it was actually it was a pretty good podcast. So yeah, Wilder got wrecked, and the skill set that Wilder needs to deploy, I don't think he has it. I don't think he has the skill set. So like your PS4 Slim can't handle your TV monitor will get. Yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed is, but understand that I don't know if the PS4 and or the Pro is enabled with FreeSync. I don't know if it is. I know the Xbox I think has FreeSync on it, but I don't know if the Pro does or not. The Pro has Rapid Packed Math on it, which is a Vega architecture. So, hmm. But just double check that. I don't know if it has it or not. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying I'm not for sure. I mean, that's a long time ago. But FreeSync again. I'm just saying somebody who has played on monitor and played on TV. I've totally changed. I'd much rather play on the monitor. It's much more, um, it's much more intuitive on the monitor. So Pro doesn't have a FreeSync. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I couldn't remember if it did or if it didn't. So I think the Xbox does have FreeSync, which is good because again, I tell people hook that Xbox up to hook the Xbox X up to like a 1440p curved monitor. I know somebody that's done this. Hook it up to a curved monitor and let it super sample. Man, you get a great picture. You get a great picture. Now, granted, the games are still arguably trash. All right, that's fair enough. But you get a great picture. A friend of mine was playing Assassin's Creed Origins like that, and he's got the curved Samsung monitor. He has HDR on it. It's like is it a Samsung monitor? No. It's not a Samsung monitor. I think it starts with a V. Can't remember the name of it though. View Sonic or something like that. It was something like that. So yeah, it looked great. And, I mean, again, it looked fantastic. So yeah, if that's what if that's what people want, um, so the Xbox X does support FreeSync. Okay, well, yeah, I couldn't remember if it did. I thought it did. It's going back a while, but that's a big deal if you have a monitor. You have that curved monitor, you get HDR, and it's a totally different feel when you play the games. So, but yeah. So let's go ahead and start getting into the podcast here. All right, let's start with this Microsoft Flight Sim news. I was playing some Flight Sim yesterday. I took a couple pictures of it. Microsoft, they're going to have every airport on Earth in this game, rendered right down to the friggin' pavement. So if I want to take a plane from Detroit and map it and say go to friggin', I don't know, Miami International, I can go to Miami International, and it will be Miami International. I'll be on the same frequencies as I mean, you have to switch your frequencies as you fly, and I'll be on the Miami frequency. I'll have to bring the plane in like I'm at the airport of Miami. So okay, just got a new subscriber, Jordan Dog. How are you doing? Shout out to Jordan Dog for subscribing. So, but yeah, so this game is going to be nice. I'm getting I'm getting the fuzzy fingers ready for this game to come out. So, hmm. Microsoft better announce a release date for this game because I'm starting to get mad. This is going to be a great game. So I'm excited for it. We haven't had a good flight sim from Microsoft in years. Everybody in the sim community, flight sim community, is excited for it. So, and if you're not excited for it, you got hoe in you. I mean, it's all I can say. You got hoe in you. So, but yeah, I'm very excited about playing it. They're going to have the F-15 on there. I can fly. I think they're going to have the F-16 on there as well. So I think they're adding that. So I am excited about that. What's up, Social Joins? Hit that like button, people. And again, if you like the content, you want to support the channel, hit that super chat button. It's all good. And shout out to the new sub, Jordan Dog. And again, to all the new subs. See, once those moist fruit booties got blocked, more people actually came to the podcast. So so a big shout out to the newest sub there. Appreciate you. So so yeah. But what is going on, Antonio? Yeah. Now we're not talking about White Zaddy today. So yeah, you got a hole in you. You know, you do. I mean, if you're in the flight sim community, you're not excited about the friggin' new game, the new flight sim game, you got a hole in you. I mean, there are people in the beta. Like I was playing some stuff yesterday. I was like, man, this is actually pretty good. You know, I'm actually enjoying this. So, oh boy. Well, what's going on, Jordan Dizzle? But but yeah, the flight sim game is going to be what I'm really talking about. You know, I'm loving that. It's going to be a great game. So anybody who wants to link up and play that game, and again, I'm playing it on PC. There is no reason. I mean, if you play that on console, if you play it on console, get a HOTUS. So, and I believe HOTUS stands for hands-on thruster. It's a hands-on thruster thing. Now you can get a HOTUS. I think you can get one for like 49. I think it's 49.99. So you got close to buying Forza Horizon 4, but you played enough of the demo to satisfy your appetite for the game. Well, I don't Forza Horizon 4 isn't as good as Forza Horizon 3. And as a lifelong Hot Wheels fan, the Forza Horizon 3 with the Hot Wheels track, that was like a dream come true. I'm being a little kid looking at the racing the Hot Wheels and being like, man, would it be cool to get a Hot Wheel car? I mean, it was just stuff like that. You know, when we were kids, we would play stuff, we would do stuff like that, you know. So, and that game brought that to life. Hmm. Ah. Woo. Nothing like whiskey on a Sunday. And so, woo. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's not enough. If you play Forza 3, there's not enough difference with Forza 4. So I totally understand that. So you stop playing Forza 4 after hitting level 124. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you. But yeah, so the flight sim game, all the airports, I'm excited for that. International flights. Oh, excuse me. Now I assume they're gonna have a sim button because a flight, I don't know, let's just say you were going from Louisville to Atlanta. That's like 48 minutes. Like the plane goes up in the air, it levels off for like 6 minutes, and then it starts to descend. So I mean, again, I don't. It's it was actually pretty cool. It's like the plane is starting to descend. I'm like, what? So Um, you might on a race chair. Cool. It says in a wheelchair. Are you in a wheelchair, Social Johns? So you might buy Gran Turismo Sports, like the new one. Is GT Sport. Yeah, that's on sale. I think at GameStop, that's on sale for like $19, brand new, brand new. So but yeah. So you don't have any racing games that don't have VR. Well, can't blame you if you're a VR guy. Then you got to stick with the VR. I totally get that. But again, the flight sim game, and man, that will be at least on PC. I mean, once I upgrade, I'll be able to get the because that's why I'm getting a new motherboard. Um, I'm going to go ahead and probably get Oculus. I'm really thinking about getting Oculus. So get that done. So, yeah, GT Sport is always getting new cars and tracks. So, just for some reason they. But again, that's what they said. The game was coming out, and the developers said that they were going to support the game with new cars and new tracks to a point where you get like 3 or 4 new cars a month. So, on sale on PSN. How much is it on PSN? So, so will track give you bad flashbacks? Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to whoop it in GT Sport, get in touch with J-Dub City. I mean, that dude, his car don't hardly move. He's got it perfectly balanced for those tracks. So, it's $12 on PSN Sterling. Okay. So, saying PS Persona 5 is really good. Is that what you're playing right now, Josh? Is Persona 5? So, that's cool if you're playing it. I've not gotten to it yet. I'm still playing Nier Automata. So I'm having a good time with Nier Automata. That's a fun game. Mm. I don't care for hack and slash games, but that game is actually fun. So, but moving on from the flight sim game, yeah, we'll talk about Tokyo Gaming Show. So if you don't know, with Tokyo Gaming Show, it has been dubbed. Oh, damn, I thought I had it pulled up here. Let me go here. Thought I had this all pulled up. TGS 2020. So this is going to come from Games Radar. I'm sorry, I'll read from WCC Tech. It says next gen consoles, and this is February 21st, by the way. Next gen consoles will be featured at Tokyo Gaming Show 2020, event to focus on full-fledged launch of cloud gaming. So says here the theme of Tokyo Gaming Show 2020 is the future touches gaming first. It says games are the most updated and accessible means to experience the emerging tech that will unlock new possibilities. So it says featuring novel game consoles for the next generation. So there you go. Tokyo Gaming 2020 is sure to attract even more attention from around the world. The event will focus, now here's your focus, on the full-fledged launch of cloud gaming and its advanced gaming environments, such as the start of 5G services for commercial use, and will boost the unprecedented gaming experience brought on by new platforms. Moreover, TGS 2020 will host the area where visitors can explore new frontiers of games through crossing over with education, fashion, arts, and other industries. I've seen some of the fashion games. My niece has actually beta tested those because she is a marketing fashion designer, whatever the heck this thing is going to be she's doing. But she's seen it. It's pretty daggone good. So it says the esports field is it's attracting increasing attention. If you don't know, esports, I think, is on ESPN at this point. It's like drone racing is starting to pick up worldwide. But the esports field is getting bigger and bigger. That's why you're going to have a whole lot of online multiplayer sports games like Madden. Everybody's waiting on Madden and FIFA to have crossplay. Everybody thinks it's going to happen this year. Now, we gotta wait till August when Madden comes out. Hopefully they announce it. So, but we'll have to wait and see. But do not be surprised if Madden goes crossplay. So I don't know if that will include a Nintendo Switch. I'm not for sure how that would work. But yeah, don't be shocked because Madden is on PC now. So and they can go ahead and man, oh man, can you imagine that playing against the PC guys with Madden on your PlayStation or your Xbox or Xbox versus PC or or the mods they can put in. They can put in the 85 Bears, one of the most fiercest defenses ever known to mankind. But since the latest news on the event will be released in Japanese, English, and Chinese to reach a growing number of online viewers on a global scale. So again, my problem with Tokyo Gaming Show is the time. Is the time. I mean, I'll be asleep and they'll be doing this. So, the heck? Oh, okay. Says the esports field, which has attracted increasing attention from outside of the gaming industry, which means money, guys. That's big money. This year's event again plans to hold various championships at the Giant Esports X Cross Stage. It's going to be announced in April on what's going on there. So, since in addition to upgrading online streaming services, TGS will offer a unique way for people to enjoy esports. So, but here we go. Here's an update. It says yesterday it was announced that Sony won't be attending this year's GDC due to the coronavirus. Earlier this week, the company behind the upcoming PS-5 already announced that it canceled its PAX East attendance due to over concerns of the virus. So again, that's not changed. So that's not changed, guys. So Sony is not going to. They're not going to be there. So they've been about a Madden game since '98. '98, I think, is the first Madden game I never bought. I don't think Madden is the first game I ever bought in '98. So FIFA has classic patches mod. So that's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So I think they're going to reveal the PS5 at Tokyo Game Show. Yes. Yes. They should get a huge information dump. So if they don't do it before then, but I think as far as the way Sony is doing things, TGS will be the place to do it. I mean, heck, fire. They're a Japanese company. That's the place to do it. So somebody says they need to get control. The game control, yeah, it's a good game. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. So don't care about esports and crossplay. Again, that's fine, but that's the way it's going. That's what that is the way it's going to be. So Big Cloud comes through. Yes, yes, yes. Now we're waiting on Carlos. What up, Big Cloud? Now, what happened yesterday on the stream? Shout out to Big Cloud Gaming. That we're close now. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me take a look here. Yeah, may have done it then. That may no. Still $2 short. But that's all right. We're getting there. But I appreciate you, Big Cloud, coming through. So, but what happened on that on your podcast yesterday where you had to cut it short? So the Nightbot says it's not moist. Well, Nightbot is not moist. So he is not moist. So, but have I ever tried FIFA? Nope. Nah, I've never played those FIFA games. I know they're extremely popular though. So I know FIFA is extremely popular. So, but no, I've never played a FIFA game. So, and BitCloud again, is that what I think it is? I think BitCloud has came with another $2 holla for Carlos. All right, I guess we'll take Carlos off the list. Appreciate you, BitCloud. BitCloud throwing money. He making it rain. So, but I may try it. What's up, Ice Queen? OBS crash. See, I could not watch that fight yesterday, and I think I was having some OBS issues too. But I've been able to watch a lot of the stuff on like ESPN. It says Madden has gone to shit. Well, I disagree. I thought this Madden was actually really good. You know, as far as the stuff you can do on it. So, but Social Jordan said, when you live in Europe, can't escape FIFA, football, biggest sport. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Saw Wilder got destroyed. Yeah, he did. I mean, again, but he's just a one punch guy. So he is just a one punch guy. So yeah, he did. It was sad. It was sad. So yeah, I mean, again, I remember with Josh with racing games, we would play Gran Turismo like 1 and 2 in our dorms. Like we would be studying for finals, and then we're like, all right, let's play some Gran Turismo. But when we played, we would do the trials, and we would try to get our cars to do certain things and try to beat different time trials and stuff like that. That was our version of Gran Turismo. We didn't really race around the tracks as much as as much as we were doing the time testing and stuff like that. And because again, we were just we were studying for finals. So but yeah, shout out to Big Cloud for the super chat. He's a super chat king today. He gets the crown. Everybody else is looking kind of looking crazy. So Tokyo Gaming Show, the Xbox Series X will be there in effect as well. I think you're going to get your official big announcement from Xbox. You're going to get their big sound announcement in about 7 weeks. They're going to have a big show talking about the sound that the Xbox has on it. And again, they're going to have a similar type of sound that Sony has. So I don't know if I'm not here to say it's going to be as good. I'm not here to say it's going to be better or worse. I'm here to tell you they have confirmed that I think maybe at the GDC that they're going to be talking about the sound that Microsoft is bringing. So and which is good because they need something to offset Sony's sound because Sony is that spatial sound is all right. Thanks, Big Cloud. Appreciate you, brother. The spatial sound that Sony's got that apparently is game changing. Apparently, we're going to have to wait and see. But what people are saying in the industry is that this is apparently like the big deal. The big zaddy is this spatial sound. So we have to wait and see how it goes. But we'll go ahead and move on from Tokyo Gaming Show. Again, you all can read that article. That's from WCC Tech that I read. I also left another one, a link in the description there about from PSU.com, PlayStation Universe. Again, they picked up that as well. Sony hasn't come out to say that they won't be there, and this again is not until the fall, which again makes sense because to me, you got to let The Last of Us come out when they are literally out there talking about they are redefining what AAA gaming's going to be. So yeah, let that game come out and breathe, and let the DLC come out for it. And then you got the Avengers game that you're marketing, that Sony's marketing. And so it makes sense to me not to really talk about the PS5. So I understand that. So, I understand that. So Sony's the epitome when it comes to sound technology. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and boy, you pay for it. Let me tell you. They charge you for it. So, I mean, their headsets, even their 5.1 headsets, are extremely expensive. They're still very good, but they're still expensive. And I'm talking about 5.1, not 7.1, and all that kind of stuff. So when will Sony start to talk about PS5? It will kill everything related to Xbox and Switch. Well, again, and I don't think they're worried about that as much as they are worried about not killing momentum of there's that word, not killing the PS4. I mean, people got to remember that they're still very heavy games, including Ghost of Tsushima. That will be on the PS4. And and again, they just had a big information drop about PS5 at CES. I mean, it was plain as day. I mean, what it's going to spatial sound and 4K UHD movies it's going to be capable of, and it's just they're still they got a lot going on, but yeah, I mean it's I don't I mean again, my opinion is that the Xbox, there are people in the Xbox community, they just want this generation to be over. And I mean, they're talking, kind of moving into this whole thing now. They're talking like Xbox buying studios is a big deal. And shout out to Kid Smooth, he was talking about that on Twitter, and he tweeted that to me, and I'm like, well, so what? They bought studios. That's not news. They should be buying studios. Just like I went to the liquor store last night. And guess what I got at the liquor store? I got some Gentleman's Jack, meaning that I went to the liquor store and I bought some liquor. I mean, is that a surprise? Isn't that what I'm supposed to do when I go to the liquor store? So Microsoft buying studios, that's what they're supposed to be doing. So that to me is nothing to write home about. Because fat people don't fail cooking. So it is what it is. So yeah, Microsoft needs to be buying studios. If they're going to build Game Pass up without a lot of AAA support, because that's what they want to do. They want Game Pass to be its own sustaining model where you play OG Xbox games and like games like Jade Empire and stuff like that, to 360 games. They did, all the 360 games they eventually want to get to put on there for people to get to. And Xbox One games. So that's just, I mean, you can expect their studios to, their first party studios are not going to not make games for the Xbox One. Talk about the Xbox One S and things like that. I still don't think that they're going to put games on the the big fat Xbox. The big one, the whatever they're calling it. So, but those bang. Well, I mean, again, Lance and Paul, Matt Booty has said this is what I don't understand about people within the Xbox community. Matt Booty is in charge of the gaming studios, and he has said what the mission of the gaming studios is. And there are people, it's not everybody, there are people who are arguing about what Matt Booty says. Like, it's obvious what the guy said. I mean, it's not, there's nothing to infer. He specifically said they're making games so that when for Game Pass they're going to be double A. Now, if they give you a AAA experience, and he mentioned Hellblade, I mean, again, Matt Booty has said this. I don't. I mean, he said this. If he said they make games like that to give you a AAA experience, that's fine. That's even better. But the goal is to put like Next Gen 720 was saying yesterday on his podcast. I mean, they were saying they're going to put out 16 games a year. It's like, okay, there's only 12 months in a year. So you're saying they're going to be putting out 2 games minimum. They're going to be putting out what? A game a month, a game and a half a month, a game in DLC. I mean, that's fine, but they won't be AAA games. Okay, they're not going to be. Again, it's not that big a deal. I mean, for me personally. So people think Microsoft 2 SKUs is the nail in the coffin for Sony. Right now, there is nothing confirming another Xbox being on the market. Now, that doesn't mean it won't be. I'm just here to tell you, I am not the podcast. I'm not the Xbox podcast that does the massive speculations. I, again, have not seen anything from Microsoft that claims that they are going to have a secondary console. If they do, that's fine. But again, and then what will it be? Will it be a 1080p 60 FPS console? Which is fine. Let me make that clear. I got no problem with that. I'll play games at 1080p at 60 frames a second. As long as I have as long as it downsamples, fine. That's my whole thing. So will I buy I guess it was called Lockhart. I'd rather buy a Lockhart than a Series X. Simply because Lockhart will target whether it be 1080p 60 or 1440p 60 possibly if you have a 1440p monitor or a 4K TV. If they can get that thing out for $399, it's going to sell. If they can get that out at $399, it's going to sell. Now, yeah, you can talk about the games. All right, fair enough. I mean, we're all gamers. But yeah, you're gonna say the games are trash, so I don't care if it's $3.99 or what have you. Fine, I mean that makes sense to me. But at the end of the day, you want to give the consumer options. Yeah, and when they go in and they say, "Well, I can do Game Pass for whatever, $10 a month, $12 a month," that may move some consoles, people. So I mean, you people, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just, but $3.99 is awful hard to walk away from. And then you look at $1 a month to access games. Yes, I know they don't buy their games. But what if Scarlet, or not Scarlet, I'm sorry. What if the Lockhart is discless? It's just it's like the discless Xbox. So what do they call it? The sad edition. So, you know, yeah, Jordan shoes will always sell. I don't get it. Yeah, Michael Jordan's like 60 years old. Shoes still do well. So you're starting to believe E3 will get canceled. E3 is what, in June? Nah, they should have this. They should start having this corral mid March, based on what they've got out in the field right now. There's not. Shout out to the 50 people watching. Hit that like button, people. Share the video. Based on the way the CDC and the World Health Organization has deployed, they should have this start. They should start turning this around by mid-March. So, because it's a 3 to 5 day incubation period. So, so hopefully it's gee whiz. I hope they don't cancel E3. Michael Jordan is turning into a mythological being, the Hulk. He got a nice looking wife. His wife is from Brazil. Wow, she's the way it should be. Like when you get up in the morning, that's the way it should be. So she's a nice looking woman. So, but yeah, and his son is not a very good ball player. Apparently, he got a scholarship though. It's pretty much what the Lockhart is, discless, but better than X1. Also, it is discless. Yeah. Now look. If it's discless, they might be able to sell it for $2.99. I mean, right now they're selling the Xbox One X for anybody who wants one. The Xbox One X is on sale at Best Buy and Walmart for $2.99. And you all know I go to Best Buy like almost seems like every day. There were people buying them. There were people buying them. So I mean, it's not a. I'm telling you right now, for $2.99. Then you get like a month of gold, and you can get Game Pass for like $1. That's after tax in my state. You're looking at $321. You get gold for free, and you can get the other thing, Game Pass, for like $1. It is what it is. People are buying it. Well, that's not true. People do want it. I mean, people were buying it yesterday. Other 2 people bought one yesterday. So just it is what it is. So now will they keep it? I don't know. I don't know if they'll keep them though. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean the Lockhart is something I've said multiple times. If they are going to put something out at $2.99, $3.99, and I can play Mass Effect on there, and I can't play it on PS5. PS5 is gonna. I mean, I'll wait on the PS5. I will get that new. I'll get that new console. So, the point to have be cheaper and more expensive. Well, see, I think the Xbox Series X and the PS5 will more than likely be around the same price. So, I mean, the PS5 is still going to sell. I don't know about if it's going to have a fast adoption rate, because I don't know if they'll have back orders. PS4 was on back orders. It took 4 months for it to get to my state. It came to the state. I remember it was at Kmart. I was like, oh, I'll come back tomorrow and buy it. Went back the next day, gone. And what was frustrating was nobody knew when it was coming in again. I mean, nobody knew. You would talk to people, when's your next shipment? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I mean, for a bunch of people that work on the dock, you all don't know anything about what's coming in here. Somebody could put a bomb in here and y'all wouldn't know about it, you know. So, you know, it's ridiculous. So, well, PS5 will have shortages because PS4 has shortages. So there's no reason to think PS5 won't either. That's just the way it's going to be. Like Bruce Hornsby said, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. So great song, by the way. Great concert by Bruce Hornsby. I'm glad I saw him twice. I'm glad I got to see him because he does not sing Every Little Kiss anymore. And that's my favorite Bruce Hornsby song. But the man doesn't sing Every Little Kiss anymore. Mad as hell that he doesn't sing that song anymore. So Series X will look like a Steam box. We already know what it looks like. You know, it looks like a mini tower PC. So we already know what it looks like. So you were just at your local Walmart and that PS4 shelves is cleaned out, Xbox section packed. Well, I mean, again, that's fine. I mean, the PS4 is going to outsell the Xbox, but the Xbox, again, I was at Best Buy and there were two of them sold yesterday when I was in Best Buy. Now, why was I at Best Buy? That's why I needed the super chat thing. I'm trying to get this new motherboard. Now, shout out to Mez, my man Mez. He's my man, 50 grand. He said that the 350B motherboard that I have should be able to hold the 5600 XT or 5700 XT because Jemiah Dixon wants me to wait on and get the 5700 XT. I don't know because I have an Asus board and Asus has put out this thing saying that the 5700 XT is bricking their boards. So, I mean, again, I got to read up more on that. So I don't know if it's a certain 5700 that's doing it. I don't, so I really have to look into that. Like I said, I don't mind gaming at 1080p, 60 frames a second. I'm so excited that I'm getting the 5600 XT. I was going to buy Cyberpunk. That's how excited I was. I had a nice, I had a nice little chub going. Like, hey, look, I'm going to get this thing. So, but yeah, so let me talk about this. Do I need to get a drink? Hold on, I'll try to make it through. Hold on. All right. So I'm listening to a podcast yesterday. It was the Brat Podcast. Shout out to the Brat Podcast. They were, and again, this is just opinion, and this is not a bad session of Brat. It's the second best Xbox-oriented podcast out there. I've got the number one Xbox podcast. So the Brat has got they got the second best one, hands down. They were just talking subjectively and stuff like that. And they were speculating, so take it with a grain of salt. But they were saying that Xbox has momentum going into next generation, or somebody on the podcast was. Now, I sat up there, I was listening to it this morning, and I about dropped my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit because I'm like, how did they figure that? I didn't understand how they were coming up with Xbox being having momentum. I don't see the momentum. I'm sorry. I mean, momentum is something that you feel, that you see. And I don't feel or see anything like that. I mean, I saw Xbox. They sold 2 Xboxes yesterday, but again, as the leader of the Xbox community, I do not see that. I don't. How can you have momentum when you're in third place? How does that work? are they going to say they have momentum because they found a new revenue stream with Game Pass? Is that the momentum? Is xCloud the momentum? I mean, is that the momentum? Because xCloud is going to be on all devices. So it's going to be on the Samsung devices. I mean, it's not just going to be on their TVs. It's going to be on their tablet, or it's not going to be on their. It's going to be on their phones, their TVs, and tablets. Okay, I'll be able to stream it. Okay, with a Samsung phone. So it's I'm just I don't know how that works. Like, how I don't even understand. I know it's an opinion, but I don't even understand how you formulate to that opinion. So and there is no logic there. So Google is supposed to be a Tokyo gaming show showing off Stadia. That's what I've been told. We'll have to wait and see. So um, so they've been losing. Yeah, they're losing a lot of MPDs. I don't. Again, I'm saying I don't know where the momentum is, and I'm not. And I'm not dogging out what they're saying. It's just it is it's opinion, but I just don't know how that works. You know, Somebody said no. Dollar Tree Gaming Game Pass is the most. I mean, again, if that's what they're saying, then again, it's opinion. I disagree. I don't know how Game Pass is momentum. It's just. It generates revenue. That's why the only thing I can think of is that they're looking at it like Game Pass is generating revenue. So that's it. Now, Phil Spencer said they realized that when it came to xCloud, that they were really the only ones who were in that space. So yeah, you're going to explore it to see where it goes. That I agree with. And that makes sense. It's like, oh, we're the only ones here. Let's go see what we got. But I don't see that as momentum. I see that as they're the only ones in that spot right now. Them and Google. And then they're talking about Amazon getting in that spot too. But Microsoft has locked up these gaming studios. So Microsoft, you think they're going to publish their games to Stadia or to the Amazon system when it comes out eventually? I'm just, I just don't get it. I don't know how that works. You dig? I'm just saying, I don't know how that works. So, it just, it blew me away when they said that they had momentum. I'm like, based on what facts? So I'm just saying, where is the fact that they have momentum? But then later on in the podcast, they were like, they don't have any evidence of this, and that. They're just speculating. Fair enough. I can't. I'm not going to sit up here. If you're going to speculate, that's fine. Okay, but let's. I don't see the momentum, Holmes. I don't. Now, if somebody from their podcast is listening and they want to jump on here, that's fine. That's fine. We can have the discussion, but I do not see any momentum at all. That's like saying that out of 32 cars, I came in 30th, but because I finished the race, I got momentum going into the next race. No. Oh man, so they're saying if Microsoft put Game Pass in the box for a year, game over. Yeah, that's not true. I don't. But again, how it's okay to say that, but how do you quantify that statement? Based on what? What evidence do you have that if Microsoft did that, it's game over? How do you quantify? You see what I'm saying? This is why I have the best Xbox podcast out there, because I can actually quantify everything that I say. They can't. This is why they made one ring to rule them all. And this is the podcast that does that. You think Xbox is going to be better? Well, that's fine. I'm not here to say that it's going to be bad. Do not put words in my mouth. I am saying, how do you quantify the statement of they have momentum? Again, I just don't understand how you quantify it. So if you can't quantify it, why are you saying it? You know, I mean, again, and it's not a bash. I'm asking, how does that work? It's like when, it's just like when you have, I don't, I mean, like, so you have black women running around saying that they're going to practice hypergamy and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, how does that work? By the only way you quantify that is that you're basically saying you were messing around with broken, dusty dudes. So now you're going to have hypergamy, but then you now have to start dating the men and marrying the men and procreating with the men that you don't like. Like I said, how does it work? And again, going back to Microsoft, how do they have momentum based on what? I just, what sales, all the metrics that you use to quantify things, they're getting their butts handed to them. So, so that guy convinced that that's the case. Well, I mean, again, I'm not, that's fine, but how do you quantify it? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the only way you can quantify it is the Xbox Series X comes out and it sells out constantly. You can't find one. Then you would say, oh well, here's your qualifying data right here. They can't even quantify this right now, and it's just like, my God. I mean, and it's not a diss. I'm looking for some clarity. That's all. So. But shout out to Mr. Boom. Okay, shout out to Mr. Boom. But yeah, I don't. You know, if that's what he's saying, I disagree because you can't quantify what you're saying. So it's just like, so then it becomes subjective opinion and blah blah blah, and that's trash. That dog won't hunt. So I don't get it. So I do not get it. So but yeah, like I said, I'm as entertaining as it is, it's just funny to me at this point. I do not understand how these guys qualify things that they have no data to. And, like I just don't know how that's going to work. So, God love them. God love them. So, I got your ladies friends upset. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that means you have to stand up to them like a man. You can't be a blue pill simp. You're the man. So you be the man at that point. Jen alone proves Xbox is not more popular. Well, again, Xbox has never been more popular than Nintendo. It hasn't. I mean, I don't think. And Bill Gates, again, they made the Xbox to compete with what Apple was trying to do. And then Apple was trying to make things, and they were like, "This is going to replace the home console." Blah blah blah. And they were like, "Oh no." Bill Gates said, "No, it's not." And again, the original Xbox, the little black box. I'm doing good, Dave D. Um, come on. That's like 50 people in here. There's only 22 likes. Get the likes up, people. Um, donate a like. So, um, but I just don't understand how you qualify the data, of momentum based on what? Coming in third place? Okay. You got momentum going backwards. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, you're going the wrong way then. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Leads you to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. What's going on, Rooster W, is that I am trying to get the people to hit the like button and hopefully hit the super chat button. So be a friend and hit one of the two. So I mean, you got people in here not doing their friggin' jobs. So I mean, it is Sunday, people. The collection plate is out. So don't do it for me. Do it for the Chinese Jesus, okay? It's not for me. It's for the Chinese Jesus. So, but yeah, it's going on all day. Um, oh well, fine. You got problem with the Chinese Jesus, it'd be Haitian Jesus. So but I'm just trying to understand. I'm really trying to understand how people quantify things that they say. And look, I'm not dissing. I am not dissing nobody. I'm not dissing nobody in the community. So, you gotta like the Xbox community, but there is no one above me. Remember your 10 commandments. What commandment is that? You will serve no Lord above me. So I'm paraphrasing that. So I sent the link there. I sent the link there. So 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 the bots think they got early momentum due to that stealth X. Well, I mean, again, that's fine, but how do you qualify that? Because they showed you a form factor? That's it? Okay. I mean, again, I'm just looking for something to quantify it. You dig? So I am. I'm just looking for something to quantify because to me it makes no sense. So I'm looking for a quantifier. So, man, oh man, a CGI image on a black box is now an advantage. Well, I mean, again, I thought they actually showed like the back of the box and on what it's going to look like from behind. So, just I mean, that's what I thought they showed. So, but here, let me go here. I'm changing my media source now. Let's see here. Maybe this is the one. So, well, I mean, again, I just don't. It's Well, thanks, Captain. Um, I don't think the Xbox has let people down. If you listen to what Microsoft has said the Xbox was going to do, it's done exactly that. Now, do I think there are a group of Xbox fans who have ginned it up to be more than it is? Yes. Okay, absolutely. I've looked at it like, oh, they put out the Xbox One S to take advantage of 4K and HDR, which wasn't part of their original Xbox. So yeah, that's like a next generation thing. 4K was not part of the initial launch generation. It was 1080p and 720p because there were no 4K TVs. You dig? So yeah, I just don't man, I don't it's just but Microsoft told us that. Microsoft told us these things. It's like they tell you what they're doing, and somehow these guys are misinterpreting it. It's like somebody saying, "I'll be there at 8 o'clock to pick you up," and then they get there at they get there after at 8 o'clock, and you're not ready. It's like, okay, guys, they told you, they tell you I was going to be here at 8 o'clock. Why are you not ready? It's just amazing how they're interpreting the information. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like okay, um, they are listening. It's like they're listening. They listen to the same things that we listen to, but somehow, some way, the way they're interpreting it is just different. I do not and I'm thrown by it. I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't understand if Matt Booty says that they're doing blah 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 this and that. You dig? Um, they're doing blah 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 this and that, and they interpret it just so differently than what's been said. Is it's Yeah, I don't understand. So can't wait to see what both these systems is pretty close in power. Well, they're gonna both do the same things. Both systems will do the same things. So that's why I'm just tripping off of what's being said. On how things are on how it's being said. So um, you know, Sony has come out flat said, here's what their system is going to do. So what exactly is Microsoft's system going to do different? What is their system going to do different? And I just that's where I'm lost at. Me personally, that's where I'm lost at. So um, what is that now? I didn't get to see that one. Bots are diminished. They say if XS is more powerful than the PS5, they won next gen. Well, I mean, yeah, you got to stop. I don't care about what they say anymore. If power was what these guys said it was going to be, but somebody said it. Somebody said that the Sony fans were bragging about everything being 1080p versus 900p at the beginning of the generation, which I'm like, did they really brag about that? I heard people talking about that the PlayStation is more powerful and it's cheaper, but I've never heard anybody say anything about 1080p and 900p. You really couldn't tell the difference. I mean, you could tell the difference in cutscenes. The 1080p cutscenes have more clarity, as it should, because they got more pixels. But yeah, as far as the game in motion, I couldn't tell the difference. So just it is what it is. I mean, especially like a game like The Witcher, when when I played The Witcher, most of the time it was at night when I was playing The Witcher. So I'm just I'm just tripping off of it because if that's true, and I'm saying if that's true, then these dudes was really butthurt over that. I mean, like they're really butthurt over it. Not just a little bit butthurt, like they are totally butthurt over it. So just just I mean, they're all over the place with it. The Digital Foundry was talking about 1080p. That's what people were saying to me on Twitter yesterday. I'm like, well, I mean, who cares what Zaddy said? But you got to remember, there's a group of people in the community that cares about what Zaddy says. I mean, there's other people who don't care what Zaddy says. Like, I don't care what Zaddy says. But there's a group of people that do think what Zaddy says is important, you know. And so I don't understand it. So it's been said in English, but translate to different language on the other end, then messages all over the place. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, to me, when Phil Spencer said that Nintendo and Sony are not their competition, oh no, my stream is buffering. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth stream. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, so I just got a warning. So, so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how. I'm not bashing. I just don't understand. So that's why my games are running like that. That's why I was switching it over. So, hmm. Oh well, let's find something old to put in there. There we go. No, that's too old. Damn, I forgot I videoed that. I was trying to find some video to put on there. Darn it. I'm going to have to put some more. I'll have to have some more gameplay. Oh, that looks fine right there. So, I believe he is moving. Believe he is moving, and by the time you get, and you know how that goes. If you don't, by the time you get internet and all that stuff set up, it takes about 2 weeks. I mean, if I move, I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, once my PC goes in for its upgrade, it'll be gone for 7 days. I will not be online doing a podcast for 7 days. So Cyberpunk doesn't interest you. Oh, I mean, it doesn't interest me either. So yeah, it doesn't interest me either. Well, no, my video does not look good because it is buffering. All right, so let me do this, people. I'm just gonna media source, and we're just going to cancel the media source. I know it looks choppy up there, so let me do this. Let me shut it over there. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up again about how Xbox has momentum. Xbox are sorely that are soiling him. Oh my gosh. They're not really soiling him. They do not like the direction that they don't like the direction Microsoft is going in. So their last thing is to say, well, Sony's going to do it too. And like I said, look, as soon as Sony does some of the same thing, I'll be the first one to talk about it. But until I see some type of something from Sony saying that they are going to do it, then I don't want to hear it. So Cyberpunk first person view equals a huge no go. Yeah, same for me, Paul G. I'm not going to do it either. Can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. 1,000 points of light. Can't do it. Oh man, Cyberpunk is basically Deus Ex in first person. Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like to me. It looks like it to me. So, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that's going to go. But yeah, I do not know how in the world. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know how in the world they have momentum unless they're going backwards. So, but that's just my opinion, guys. And with that, I am going to end the podcast. I do appreciate you all being here. Shout out to everybody that came. Shout out to Big Cloud and Caleb Kaiser for the super chat. Definitely appreciated it. And guys, I am going to get on off of here. I appreciate you all being here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We had like 40, 50 people watching, so I appreciate you.